You have to know what the normal delivery of price is. When does the market usually have a spooling event? That means where it starts to run in one direction. It doesn't need to be fast. It doesn't always have to be a low resistance liquidity run where it's here 1 minute and then a couple minutes later, it's already up 50 handles. It just means it starts to go into a specific buy or sell program. That's not a buy and sell model. A buy program is when price or institutional order flow just starts delivering higher prices. It doesn't matter how many people are buying it. It has absolutely no fucking reason why price is going up. Doesn't matter how many contracts or buyers or sellers are coming in. It's being offered continuously. That's a buy program. It's going to just keep offering at a higher price. Keep hiring, higher. And it just keeps doing that. When markets move up, they're in a buy program. It has absolutely no cause and effect associated with the amount of volume of buying and selling. That is the biggest fucking myth this industry pulls over everybody. And the people that work in the financial industry, they buy that shit, they spoon feed it, and they say, oh, yep, that's what it is. And they get on CNBC to talk that bullshit. They get in these podcasts, they get on their YouTube videos, they write fucking books, and it's all fucking fiction. These markets are controlled. Before there were digital markets where everything is automated now, men would sit here and just run the market just like this. That's the way it was. That was the market makers, not a dealer at a desk who say, I'm a market maker. You're a fucking dealer. You can't control price. You facilitate a buyer and seller together. Yeah, that's right. That's wonderful. But you aren't controlling where price is going. That's a market maker. That's what a central bank does. They run everything. You can't stop it. You're not going to fucking change it. You ain't going to master it. I can fall victim to it. Whenever they want to go in there and change the shit up right then and there, that's manual intervention. But they're not going to do that every single day, every session, every week. Because nobody would trade then. They only want to go in there once in a while and clean the table. That's what happens. That's the way it works. That's the real market. That's how these things operate. And for some of you, maybe you've been trading for a while, maybe you've been profitable, and you hear that kind of stuff and you're like, this guy's full of shit. Okay, bring your shit here live and I'll do my shit live and I'll run circles around your fucking ass and be more precise than you've ever fucking seen. I'll be a surgical precision artist and I will make your shit look like fucking clownery. It's simple. Don't talk from the sidelines. But you have to learn what these markets do through price delivery. And if you do that, you remove impulsiveness. What is impulsiveness? You're watching price. You're among some chattering community of people on a Telegram or a Discord or whatnot. And you're simply waiting for something to happen in price and it starts running higher. What's everyone going to do? Oh, I'm buying. Oh, it's going up. Everybody will find their voice then and say, it's going higher. Of course it is. It's going off 30 handles. It's running. And then you feel like, I got to get on. I got to get on that. And what do? Buy it. Buy it. I got to buy it right now. Because it might keep going up to where I don't fucking know, but it's going to go up because look what it's doing right now. That's impulsiveness. And some of you are fucking laughing right now and smiling, thinking, shaking your head. This motherfucker just pegged me again. Yes, we've all been there. I've been there. But the only way you combat that and you keep it at bay and you conquer it is to learn about price delivery. That means you're not even backtesting. You're just studying what price is likely to do most times. In certain instances, in certain circumstances, the market will create market reversals. It'll create continuations. It'll create range-bound opportunities. Admittedly, I can't stand trading inside of a narrow range. I can, but to me, it's too tedious. It pisses me off. I'll have more losing trades than I like to have. And I can come out of that, but I just don't like that. It's a waste of my fucking time doing that. I know I can sit on my hands and wait for the time when I know the market's going to run, or offer me swings intraday, or I can operate and do well. Get in, take mine, and go home, and leave it to the rest of the people to try to figure out what they're doing with it. But your impulsiveness is conquered by the study of general price action and understanding what's available in terms of how markets move. What's the benefit of that? Knowing what to do for yourself as a trader in terms of pursuing certain aspects of trading. Some of you can't do well in a trending market. Like, it completely does you in. Like, you would love to be in a range-bound environment. You like that kind of thing. Okay, that's a strength for you when you identify that. Then you can go in and zone in to that type of condition in the marketplace. Every time frame, every single day has that occurring. You're going to find that somewhere in every trading day on any one given market, you go down low enough in a time frame, you'll see that very characteristic in price. And you can use that to trade. That's what I mean by understanding and having a general knowledge of how price is delivered. It moves from consolidations to expansions to reversals. Knowing that ebb and flow, how it does it, and then applying it from a higher time frame, monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15, or whatever time frame you want to use. You navigate with that price delivery continuum from higher time frame to lower time frame. And even if a move has already started on the daily chart and it's ran several hundred handles or whatever on a big day, you know that you're not going to be impulsive the next morning. I got to go in there and chase that. It's going to keep going down, which is the first rule I told you. On a large range day, what do? Lower our expectations on the morning session. That doesn't mean that the market can't run. It doesn't mean that you can't take a trade. It just means that you, as a developing student, you as a new trader in the making, you're not there yet. Don't have a hard opinion immediately the next morning after a large range day. Wait, that's amateur hour. Everybody is going to be thinking the same thing. It should keep going lower, and they're going to be waiting for that. But what happens if it doesn't? Perfect. Starts trading up into the previous day's range if it went down. And as long as it doesn't go crossed half of that previous day's range, the highest probability short is going to exist in the lower half of the previous day's range. And if it can't get 1/4 into it from its low, and it starts giving you a breakdown in market structure on lower time frames, you have all of the hand that needs to be shown to you at the poker table that this is what the market's about to do. Then it will go lower. But retail will see that running up and think, oh, it's going up, it's going up, it's going to go up, it's going to fill in that liquidity void. Bullshit. It's going in to price in a short-term premium. Then you wait for a shift in market structure, which is not a break in structure, it's a shift in market structure. So many people calling things a break in market structure. No. A shift in market structure. When there's an established bias or an order flow or a sell program that's entered into the marketplace and it's been going lower. When it moves against that, all you're doing is building a short-term premium. And then you're going to wait for the market to shift back into a sell program. It's not a break in market structure. A shift in market structure is a continuation of the existing narrative and or buy or sell program. That's it. That's the definition. I want an ICT dictionary. Take fucking notes because I'm talking about it all the time. But if you're just listening to it and eating fucking Cheetos, it's not going to work for you. Okay, it's just something to listen to. You're not going to be able to use it. The next tenet is fear. Fear is the lack of journaled case studies. You're fearful that this isn't going to work. It's not going to work for you. It's worked for everybody else. ICT can do it. But I know as soon as I get out there and I try to do it, these assholes are going to change the algorithm. I'm going to waste my time. I'm afraid it's not going to work for me. I have so many profitable students that had that same fear. How do you get over it? By backtesting and journaling case studies of what you are expected to do when you're trading live, what you're trying to see in price action. And that way you see how many times it works. How many times did it fail? How many times did it go into a certain measure of drawdown? How many handles did it go against you before it started moving in your favor? How long did it take from your trade entry using the worst case entry point, not the best, and then when it got to your objective, whatever some liquidity would be or inefficiency it would be trading to? Your target is always going to be the opposing inefficiency. That means a fair value gap below. If you're short, you're looking for an inefficiency to target, or you're looking for a low or relative equal lows. So you're looking for sell side or a buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. That's your two targets when you're shorting. How fucking hard is that? That's not complicated. Stop listening to these fucking asshats out there saying that I'm overcomplicating. They're out there waiting for a fucking random time when an indicator is supposed to say something. I know exactly what the fuck I'm doing by the fucking minute. Every single fucking trading day, I know what minute I'm going to fucking trade. I know what time my fucking targets are going to get hit. Don't fucking believe me? Bring your shit. Let's go. Bring all your fucking indicator horse shit, and I will compare and contrast and roll your ass like a fucking spliff and smoke your ass in front of everybody. Stop leaving comments in these fucking people's channels about me. Come right here, motherfuckers. Fear is easily conquered. Easily conquered. Once you go through the process of collecting the resources and case studies where it worked in the past. And what you're doing is you're training your brain to see these examples. By retention, doing it over and over and over again, you're giving yourself pseudo experience. That means that you're seeing something that's already happened, but you're putting annotations to it in a journal, and you're really placing a lot of significance on that, as if you were there. And because you're making it meaningful to you, it's like writing a love letter to your future self. This is what you did so well, and I'm proud of you being able to see this as it happened. Sounds silly, sounds weird, right? But that's how you have to treat it. You're going to nurture yourself and encourage yourself and be the biggest cheerleader for yourself and leave no opportunity for anybody to come in and fuck it up. You don't want anybody else's opinion. You don't want my opinion. As much as you think you do, you don't want my opinion. Your subconscious doesn't want to hear from inner circle trader. He doesn't want to fucking hear. She doesn't want to hear. You don't want to hear anything from anyone. This is your fortress of solitude. No one can hurt you here. Your journal is your fucking secret weapon. It's the greatest fucking trading book you're ever going to read, and you're writing it yourself. You can't make it more intimate than that. It's your experiences, your study time, your focus, where you can be honest with yourself and not be embarrassed about, you maybe expected something else that day. And you can say it sweetly in annotations without being negative, because your subconscious is going to retain that. Your subconscious doesn't remember things vaguely. It doesn't do that. It records things that are heightened, whether it be euphoric or fearful, extremely pleasant or painful, inspirational, desperation. There's no middle ground in your subconscious. Everything is reactive by black and white, good and bad. It's just the way it is. So you have to take that into account when you're training your brain. And this is a very integral part to learning how to do this. You have to condition yourself. That's why you can't do it in a very short span of time. Your brain is extremely complex. It's extremely powerful. And if you feed it the wrong things, it will scare the living shit out of you, and you'll never learn how to do this. Stop forcing it. Stop rushing it. It has to be meditative. It has to be something that you do as a daily ritual. even on weekends. You have to feed your mind constructive, positive learning case studies where you see these things happening in the past. You're fearful that it's not going to work for you because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. That's all. That's all it is. I am afraid of heights. I have no shame in saying that. I don't have any control over it. I tried to conquer it. It is what it is. I'm not going up into a fucking perfectly good airplane just to jump out that bitch and say I survived a descent with a parachute on my fucking back that I don't have confidence it may open up and do what it needs to do. That's a level of risk that I'm not willing to take. But that's the equivalent of what you're trying to do without any training. You want to go up to the heights of whatever that airplane. Yeah, don't worry about the training. I didn't come to the training day. I don't really know where the ripcord is for the parachute, but I want to get up there and do what they're doing because it's going to be fun. You don't know if you're afraid of heights. You don't know if your blood pressure is going to drop and pass out. You don't know if you're going to be conscious to do all those things, to survive the descent. You don't know if you're going to have a heart attack. You don't know yourself. I know myself. I'm not fucking going up there. Okay? It's as simple as that.